Yo, 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 worldwide. Welcome back to Konkozaki Corner. It's your boy Rox.
Yo,
It's your boy Vim.
Yo,
We're Serge, and we're here to bring you the latest live reaction / review of My Hero Academia. That's Boku no Hero Academia, chapter 291. Thanks for going strong.
no doubt. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like. I would like to give a massive shout out and thank you to everyone that's been supporting us so far. Always appreciated. Always, always. But let's get into this because he was busy last chapter.
Reveal.
Right. I'm assuming who we see in front of us is Toya. Assumption. Right. So the winds of winter howled that day, and the air was dry. In the past, I used to train up on Sokoto Peak, and it was there that Toya burned to death. Okay, so I don't know who that is. Okay, this is someone talking on what happened. They say the fire burned at over 2,000 degrees Celsius. The body was never found. His bones were reduced to ash, and the blazes' updrafts scattered them to the wind. Only a fragment of his lower jawbone was found, and yet, at the time, I kept. What's going on with your hair, Toya? So I don't know. I'm not too sure. Maybe that was to.
It might be Endeavor, sorry.
It could be.
Yeah.
Could be, or maybe even Shoto.
It's too young, man.
Oh, fair dues. That could be a childhood trauma, you know. So what's going with your hair, Toya? Huh? Okay, backstory. It's turning white. No way. I ain't some old man. Did you dye it? I think this is Endeavor here.
Yeah.
Proper young Endeavor. So my eldest Toya didn't harbor frost within him. So that must have been Endeavor talking about Toya, which makes sense. So then we've got a little flame in his hand, and it says, but forget that. Today's the day you teach me an ultimate move. Whoosh. But the fire he possessed was greater than my own. Oi. He didn't have a way to overcome the inescapable downside of overheating, but I nevertheless sought to raise the boy to be a hero. Meanwhile, I still yearned for a child whose quirk combined fire and ice. My wife wanted more children, saying they could encourage each other. Then Fuyumi, my second, was born. She only inherited Rei's quirk. So Rei's the mother, right?
Yeah.
Neither child bore the ideal quirk I was hoping for, but at the time, I was happy all the same. Because Toya had more potential than me, I placed my ambitions on his shoulders. All right. This is interesting. Ow! I thought it could be you. So then this is Toya messing up a little bit. He burnt his arm. You could have been the one to reach my eternal goal. So we've got Endeavor looking on, and I assume that's supposed to be Toya ahead of him, walking towards All Might, as in to say, yeah, you would have been the one to succeed him. My frustration, my envy, the ugliness in my heart, you could have been the one. And then we go back to the scene of seeing Gigantomachia to smash it all to dust. Okay, so now he's looking. Okay, so I just realized that he's looking at Dabi on top of Gigantomachia. And it's like he's talking in his head and watching Dabi at the same time and just going through everything that's happened so far. And it says, no, Toya is dead. Take back that despicable lie. Nope, I'm clearly alive. And that's despicable truth, Dad. Because you put a whole agency together of fire and heat type quirks. You didn't even suspect me. All right. Dabi never spoke a word of this. And that's Mr. Compressed talking. And then we got Spinner there with Shigaraki. He kept it hidden from us. What's up with that? But anyway, wake the heck up, Shigaraki. Machia needs orders. Okay, so Shigaraki's messed up. His face is still slightly scolded, maybe. And then Mr. Compress says, my word, another with quite the bloodline. So don't believe me. I'm happy to donate some blood or even a hunk of skin. Go ahead, get a DNA test. Not that it matters, since the test I ran has already gone public. Okay, so that what he was showing wasn't just to Rei, it was to the whole city, it looks like. and then it says, "Phoom." And then there is a 99% match between my DNA and a sample of Endeavor's blood from the battle in Kyushu. Still, I'm sure many of you believe this to be an elaborate hoax, so I'll just have to convince you otherwise.
After all that, Endeavor made sure Mum kept having kids. The fourth was someone most of you are familiar with, I think. Yes, at long last, Little Shelter was a successful creation, and he even abused that successful creation. I've seen him do it many times. And then you've got Endeavor's kids. The sister's a teacher, the brother looks like a student. Endeavor doesn't have any empathetic bone in his body. And the whole city just watching. You got an old lady watching, you got everyone watching on their phones. At his core, he's addicted to the limelight. A man who wallows in his own small-mindedness and self-importance. Is that the sort of person who should call himself a hero? Okay, now you've got some young kids watching. He's lying. He's got to be. Who'd ever believe this junk? People ain't going to lose faith in a hero over this. We're not that freaking stupid. Those who keep company with Endeavor are no different. Oh, take Hawks, the number 2 hero. What? I still got to protect their happiness. The others are waiting for you. You got twice. Yeah, okay. You got Hawk stabbing twice with a feather. That crying villain who's trying to run away. I did my best to protect him, but Hawk skewered the guy without the slightest hesitation.
That's crazy.
Video to the world, this is. And then you've got Skeptic, perfectly spliced and edited, even on the fly. That's down to my skills. He's a YouTuber at heart. To you and your camera for that prime footage. No reason not to use what we got, right? This is my present to you, Endeavor. See, I did some digging into that Hawks. I did some digging into Hawks, that filthy spy. In order to curry favor with us, Hawks even killed a hero, the number 3 hero, in fact, who was recuperating. He killed Best Jeanist. Now, murder didn't ruffle his feathers in the slightest, since violence is already so ingrained in his lifestyle. And it's really no wonder, since his own father was a serial robber and murderer, a villain. Okay. It was Endeavor who captured his father, actually. Maybe it was that connection and some twist of fate that brought these men together. I couldn't let that stand. Dabi's doing a hell of a monologue at the moment.
Yeah.
His monologue is one of my best ones at the moment. These people with skeletons in their closets, they cover it all up with masks of justice. But they don't stop there. They call themselves heroes. They keep fooling everyone. Just want everyone to stop and think. The only one these heroes protect are themselves. With all that ugliness inside, they use you people to give them protection, approval, admiration. It's getting dark.
Mm.
Can't you see, kid? This is bad news. By speaking out, he's already won. Whether he's lying or not, that's a question for later. He might be a villain, but people are going to lose faith over this. I hate to say it, but me too. I'm sorry. Especially with all this damage and destruction. Anyone witnessing all this would have to be stupid not to lose faith, right? Thanks for going strong up until now, Endeavor. Dabi jumps off. And Endeavor's just looking on. At the time, I kept searching for you. Father, here he comes. I didn't believe you were dead. Protect Midoriya and the others. Hado and I will fight. Get moving. You got to protect them. Come on. Worry about the rest later. Flash fire fist. Dabi looks. That's a great scene. Endable Kawaii. Can't wait to see that anime. And then you got Deku, Bakugo staring. Prominence. And then it's sort of commotion. What? Right?
Yeah, he's still here.
Apologies for the delay. As of today, Best Jeanist is back on duty. Now, that's a nice finish.
Yeah.
That's a hard chapter, man.
That's that was a weird one. Like take it back a little bit to Endeavor. Don't you think they're making him seem maybe I got the wrong side of his story, and maybe I thought he was harder than he was being, but don't you think they made him seem a little bit softer than he was shown to be in the anime?
To counteract that,
Mm.
this is Endeavor's version. Endeavor doesn't look at himself as being a hard ass. He's gonna, in his mind, he's like, I love my kids.
Yeah,
I do the best for my kids. I wanted them to be heroes.
Mm.
Whereas kids were like, beaten up every day, getting their asses kicked, and then having to go sleep, wake up, and repeat the process.
Mm.
I think what's going on, which is very interesting, is, and it's actually happening on both sides, you're actually getting both perspective, Endeavors and the kids. Because what Dabi's doing, he's doing like what the Joker does in The Dark Knight, where it's not whether he wins the fight. The fight is, I'm going to destroy the spirit of the world, which is kind of semi-achieved, but the plot armor here is that Jeanist is alive. But other than that, he's put a lot of things into question, like truths about Hawks' dad, everything, the fact that his DNA, like he's put in the work to really defraud Endeavor. Like that's what he's trying to do. From Endeavor's perspective, it's like the more we've gotten to know him, is he's a very dedicated and driven individual who had limits. And through his own limits, he sought to live through his children. But to him, the greatest achievement he wants is the greatest for anyone. So his thing is, if I make you the best hero in the world, I've given you the best possible life. So it's like you're getting both views. So it's real, real cool, man. But nah, Dabi's cold, man. Like, well, I say cold, hot, but he's cold. I love the touch on, because it sets up for the future. Like his fire is greater than Endeavor's. This is what I wanted to hear, and it's gonna actually get real cool to see like when they thought he died, how he survived, etc. It's gonna be real, real cool. And even though he ain't got no ice quirk, obviously Shoto is the born talent that has both fire and ice, so he can regulate himself. But Dabi being in the League of Villains with the Doctor, I totally, fully expect something to be crafted for him to utilize his power much in the same way that they're kind of upgrading Shigaraki. I think Dabi's going to be upgraded too.
You know what? That's crazy smart, and that's perfect for him. You know what I'm very interested in seeing is who Dabi was raised by after. Because he had a sort of a teacher in and of itself. Because he joined the villains once Stain had his kind of conversation, and he turned up. But he just sort of turned up. What's going on here? I'll kill everyone. I'm not here to mess around. He had a chip on his shoulder from the beginning. Great scene, great chapter.
Yeah.
But I guess we're gonna have to see how Blue Genius survived. How it was all done. I fully expect Kohai to reveal that. And do you know what? I kind of am getting excited to see what Blue Genius can do in battle. Like, is there something that he can do against the League of Villains and Gigantomachia? Because they've kind of hyped his entry. So I'm expecting a lot.
You know what the funny thing is? He's number 3 for a reason. So as much as he made Bakugo look like a pretty boy, there's going to be other elements to his control and how much power he actually has and wields of that level. In terms of the League of Villains, they are still trying to wake Shigaraki up to give the order to Gigantomachia. So they don't really have any intentions of staying, whether Dabi likes it or not. In terms of him being alive, we had a conversation about this when we first saw the face and the body. And I think, I would say underestimate, but we don't give enough ratings to the heroes about what kind of resources they have. Because they would have individuals and resources to be able to make a duplicate or do something of that level, just as much as a villain has resources to do X, Y, and Z.
It still makes me question if Hawks and Twice did something there, wherever that was a double. Because Hawks, as much as he always seemed like he was a bit shoddy, He's a hero. He's a hero by heart. So whether he got twice to do something from, I don't know. It makes me think about it. Though.
Well, it's an interesting chapter. Guys, please let us know what you thought about the chapter in the comment section down below. Tell us what you think will be next week. Who do you think matches up with Blue Jeanist? Seriously, like, do you see any scuff between Todoroki and Toya? Who's the bigger T? Let me know. Comment section below. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. Leave a like on the video. And don't forget to share the video, because the more you share, the more we grow.
But from Conqueror Saki Corner, it is a peace out.